Well, Burundi is currently facing its worst political crisis since the end of its 12-year civil war in 2005. Opposition supporters recently clashed with police after Burundi's ruling party failed to win parliamentary approval for a constitutional change. Critics of President Pierre Nkurunziza accused him of seeking to rewrite the constitution for his party's own gain and of behaving increasingly like a dictator. Gertrude Kazoviyo, a political analyst, believes the changes may also pave the way for Nkurunziza to run for the third term in office.
There's a whole machine that was set in motion by the president so that he can aspire to a third mandate. I think he's the one responsible for the right electoral climate in 2015 because there isn't someone else. Everything that's been done is for the party in power to win the 2015 elections.
The opposition says it will not allow such political maneuvers. Their supporters recently demonstrated in the streets of the capital, Bujumbura. The police responded with tear gas canisters and rubber bullets. Some opposition supporters were arrested, but the government also ordered the arrest of Alexis Nkundikije, chairman of the opposition Movement for Solidarity and Democracy Party. Nkundikije says it is a bid to remove rival voices before the elections.
There will be resistance, like Allende. We will die here if needs be. We will come out of here either free or dead. We will never again accept that they trample over our dignity. We are going to fight for our dignity, and this dignity simply means freedom and justice.
Agathon Rwasa, the last rebel commander to lay down arms in 2009, is widely viewed as perhaps posing the biggest threat to Nkurunziza's leadership at the ballot box. He is one of Nkurunziza's most vocal critics.
The political environment in Burundi is always tense. It's an environment that does not show signs that it's going to improve, rather that it may deteriorate even further if we believe what we hear in the media every day. When the youth arm of the party in power attacks other citizens only because they belong to other political parties, or where these people can give orders that are out of place.
Well, tensions in Burundi have raised concerns over a new flare-up in a region with conflicts smoldering in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, South Sudan, and the Central African Republic. For more perspective, we're joined by Frederic Nkundikije of VOA's Central Africa Service. Fred, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you for
So first, this new changes, the suggested changes to the Constitution, what exactly are they?
The changes which were going to be actually suggested are broader than what people say. Mainly when people talk about the change of constitution, they are talking about Articles 96, which talks about the terms of the president, 2 terms maximum. But again, there are so many other articles which have even become obsolete that needed to be changed. But again, you heard that the last effort by the government to have this changed has been been stopped by the opposition, which refused to join. And now the only other option is just to take this to the people, as the ruling parties suggested. They have to either organize a referendum or just forget about it and continue to the elections for 2015.
Under the current constitution, the president would run again, or is he supposed to kind of exclude himself at this point?
Things are not all that clear.
Yeah.
There
So
are
there's a
actually 2
confusion.
articles
Yes.
in the constitution. Article 96, which says that the president is elected by universal direct suffrage. And Nkurunziza and his
Party.
close allies,
Yes.
they claim that he served the first term, according to them, when he
When they
served
became the
the first
interim
term for
president.
the 5 years.
Yes.
It was just after the post,
Civil war.
transition period.
Yeah.
According to that particular article, he could have the right to run. But again, there is another article, 302, which says that no matter what, the president serves 1 term renewable, which means 2 terms. So both sides, when they argue, they may have some kind of reason to do that.
Yes. Now, in terms of the opposition, there was, of course, a boycott by some members of the opposition. Does this in any way cause concern to the Burundians that this could lead into a major clash and perhaps take the country back to way before 2005?
Actually, what happened last week has kind of woken up politicians. Now they have realized that in order for them to organize peaceful elections, they have to turn down the rhetoric. There are, as we talk, so many consultations, among political parties, including the opposition, and they are trying to see ways of just, decreasing the tension that we observe at this time.
Yes. And how well is the opposition organized? We know some boycotted, but in terms of the political base, how well is the opposition organized?
Yeah, the opposition, actually, we have like 44 political parties, but we could count viable maybe 10 political parties. And among them, obviously, you have FNL, which is headed by Agathon Rwasa. But the fact that he spent like 3 years in exile from when they held the first elections in 2010, so many analysts say that he has kind of lost ground. And also the fact that you have like two factions within his party is going to maybe cost him some elections.
I'm sure we're going to continue talking about this. Fred, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Vincent.
Now, Frederic Nkundikije is from the Central Africa Service of the Voice of America.